Okay.
Alrighty, guys, we're live. We're live. We're live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Footballics. We talk football. Today on the menu, we're going to be reviewing the Champions League football game, see what happened, and who do we have favorites going through, and also check up on our predictions to see who will win, who got it right. Sorry about that, guys. Then we're going to be previewing the weekend games and the upcoming week games because we have El Clasico coming up. We have Fiorentina Inter battle for the top four. We have Manchester United, Liverpool. Can Liverpool pull it off because they need this win to if they want to win the league? And we have also the EFL Cup final between City and Chelsea. So, with that being said, let's kick it off. And let's start off with one of the big games of last week, Liverpool versus Bayern. Now, just to remind everybody, it was a nil-nil draw. Pretty dead game. Not really much to happen. Liverpool really not were knocking on the door, but never did end up with anything. Bayern didn't really look that dangerous from the get go. But with that being said, let's kick it off. And we have Tito. Tell me, man, what do you think? What are your thoughts on that game? Liverpool, Bayern.
I thought that Liverpool was very unlucky not to win it. I think if you're a Reds fan, you're probably going to be watching that Mane miss and that Matip miss in your nightmares for.
Yep.
Yeah. Bayern's a whole different animal back at the Allianz Arena, so they got a good result. Although it's well set up because now Liverpool might have more space to break into if Bayern press forward. So I think that's going to be a great game to watch coming up. I think the last one, it was just a good clash of styles.
Definitely. So, sorry, go ahead, continue.
No, go ahead, man. I'm done.
Oh, I just had a quick question for you. So now look into this game. You have Bayern, and we already know the record at the Allianz. They don't really lose at the Allianz. And then we have Liverpool with the away goal rule. Who do you edge as favorites going forward for the next leg?
I've got to go with Bayern on this one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think they showed so much experience in defense
at
midfield, and I think when they get that crowd behind them, I think that's a lot to ask Liverpool, especially as they're going to be focused on the league a lot more, and Bayern don't really have pressure. They're just worried about the Champions League right now.
100%. Yep, definitely. Muntaha, thoughts?
Yeah, Red. I just want to say one thing first of all, regarding Liverpool Bayern game. Like before this fixture, yeah, I knew that like first time in the early stages of Champions League, Liverpool is facing the elite team, the elite of elite in the world of football. And to defeat Bayern, it's not like to defeat the way they play against Paris Saint Germain, yeah, in the first leg they defeated 3-2. No. This game you have to dig deep. You have to. Your midfielders should be creative. You should know how to play vertical balls. You should know how to, your midfielders should know how to break the lines, defense line. You should know how to play between the lines. This is not a, what do you call, a Napoli game where at times Napoli shows some naive defensive error mistakes sometimes. But this is like, come on, Bayern, and the way Matt Hummels and Saleh like play like perform in this game. Wow. And even Kimmich was like, he was closing. He wasn't giving a chance or like some kind of space behind the defense to Sadio Mane, in which we know Sadio Mane how he exploit the space behind the defense.
Yep.
So this was a really great game. Look, for Lewandowski, I can say that like there wasn't enough service for him, in this game. And come on, to be honest, this is difficult. Yeah, to go and beat Liverpool on Anfield is not a joke as well. But but for me, the most underperformed player in that game was Kingsley Coman, and he was too selfish at time. So so like this was a great game, and now in the second leg when they are going on, what do you call, what his name was, Allianz Arena, yeah.
Yep.
No, man, this is not a joke to defeat.
No, and you're right. You're right. This like even last year when they got in the road to the final, they didn't really face the toughest teams. Yes, they faced an on-form Man City team, but Pep Guardiola has always known to have a really dodgy away form. And plus, Liverpool were kind of their boogie team last season, where they were getting results. They ended their unbeaten streak. Liverpool ended up beating streak. So you are right. This was a major test for Liverpool. But Bayern, man, they showed that they could suffer. And like for them not to lose at Anfield is huge. I personally feel like it's a bad result for Bayern because they didn't really take advantage of Van Dijk not being there. But you're right, like Kingsley Coman, and I also want to highlight James Rodriguez. I felt both of those were poor on the night. But defensively, like it was a perfect 10. Bayern and Liverpool both dropped perfect 10s.
Yeah,
So
they were so organized as well. And just last thing I just want to say over
mhm,
here is that look, if they will go on Anfield, sorry, on Allianz Arena, I don't know how they are going to perform because Liverpool right now they are going to face like the what do you call that season making game, man, like in upcoming
yep.
game against United. If they perform well against United, they have bright chance to somehow get a single goal or get a kind of draw and buy and to take them to extra time or something like that. But
Mhm.
if they lose against United, so the level of the confidence will all like it will be
Well,
a massacre for them because
we'll
yeah.
get to that later. We'll get to
Yeah.
that later. We'll get to
Yeah.
that
So
later.
so
So
so there's no specific prediction from my end, bro, with this second leg. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Juvenile thoughts.
What's up, bro?
How's it
I
going?
was more focused on the Barca Lyon game, but
Thank you.
think that
Thank you.
uh, I think Liverpool had greater chances to score. There were a few chances that Mane, I think he should have put away, but yeah, Bayern defended really well. Hummels and Sule played. They had a good defensive masterclass.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I'm not sure going into the second leg because Liverpool's away form this season in the UCL hasn't been great. They've lost all three
Atrocious.
games that they played away.
Yep, yeah, no, including Red Star Belgrade. No disrespect to Red Star, but like that's a game that you should win.
Yeah, and I think but I think was Van Dijk. He was missing for the game.
Liverpool.
Yeah, this week, right? He wasn't playing.
Yep. Nope. It was a suspension.
Yeah. I think there was a chance in the game where Allison fucked up, and I think there was a chance for uh Bayern to score, but they missed.
Yeah. No.
Also, I think in regards to Lewandowski, I don't think he was getting a lot of service this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that also had an effect to Bayern's attack. James Rodriguez was poor, I think, on the night.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bayern overall, I think they were just trying to play for a draw, just keep it 0-0 and take the result back to Germany and trying to get something there because Bayern at home is really, really tough to play.
But that's the thing. They're playing with fire because yes, Bayern are tough to beat at the Allianz, but Liverpool don't have to beat them. A draw would be enough. A draw, like a 1-1 draw. Like in Liverpool, if they go there just for one goal and do what they did at Anfield and just shut up shop, it's over for Bayern. You want to put two past Liverpool, which by the way, this season Liverpool, it's like they've not lost by much. They haven't had like bad results like 4-0 and 5-0. When they lose by like 1-0, 2-1. It's really always like they've improved a lot of last season with the introduction of Fabinho. Alisson's obviously been phenomenal for them this season. He only had like 3 or 4 mistakes all season. So yeah, like
I mean, I don't know what it is about Mane, but he seems to be able to score these really whack goals. But then when it comes to the sitters, I don't know. He isn't able to get them into the net because there were like 3 or 4 chances where I thought that you have
he
to
should have
score
scored.
those.
Yep. No, I feel like Liverpool would probably be more angry about the result than Bayern. I think Bayern, they'd be happy that they survived that game and they left with a 0-0. But
I mean, it's like I said, Liverpool should have won that game because their away form hasn't been that good in Europe. So,
horrible. 3 losses.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. 3 losses on the bounce. Okay. Hazen, what are your thoughts, bro?
I think it was clear the intention of Bayern going into this game. They were going defensive, even though they wanted to maintain possession. They weren't taking too many risks. They didn't want to take risks. Their primary objective was to keep the clean sheet, and it worked out perfectly. The defense put up a great performance, and I think what was key in that was Javi Martinez in being that so solid CDM in front of them, clearing everything, sweeper.
For me, it's him or Hummels are man of the match for that game. Him or Hummels, like they both had a phenomenal game. They really like put put everything on the line for that game. Like they killed it. They killed it.
A good shout out Kimmich as well, who had a great game.
True. I saw what Kovac did. Like he knew that I can't push my fullbacks up. Like Bayern weren't playing their game. They really went to sort of nullify Liverpool's game. You saw like their fullbacks were staying back because they knew if they pushed up too high, they can't, like, their center backs can't deal with Liverpool's attacking fullbacks and the addition of Mane and Salah. So because they would overload.
100%, and Kovac did that perfectly. With the right mindset. He's been up and down this season, but he managed to figure it out. As for Liverpool, I think Liverpool, the best thing they did this match was the midfield. That was the only thing really working for them, interrupting Bayern's play, really pressing them, not giving them space to feed Lewandowski. As for defensively, they were all right. I think the fact that Lewandowski didn't get service, it was down to the center backs, a good defense, but not the fullbacks. I think Gnabry and Coman were just poor. They were either selfish or not able to get a good cross in, and so that was the reason for Lewandowski's no service. And Liverpool, good midfield. Other than that, attack nullified by Bayern's defense. They couldn't really do much. I don't blame them too much, Salah. I do blame Mane, though. You can't keep on missing those key chances each game. And as Tito said, it's going to be giving Liverpool fans nightmares. It's the same thing that happened versus Napoli that could have cost them the going out of the group. And now he's doing it again. And look, I definitely think Bayern's going through. But I still think Liverpool's going to score in the second leg. So so it's a great result for Bayern. That's all I'll say.
Definitely. Alrighty, Joyous.
Yeah. Before the game, I was like, Champions League, European night at Anfield, so this will be an easy win for Liverpool. But obviously that wasn't the case. At the start of the game, early in the game, I think it was pretty even with both teams going at each other. I think maybe Bayern wanted that early goal to see if they got the early goal, but they didn't get it. So they played pretty defensive for the rest of the game. But Liverpool still got some good chances, though. Mane, obviously, like you guys said, missing that chance, and it could have been different if he had scored, but obviously because of the style of play that Bayern came in with, Lewandowski was isolated most of the time. Only not even half chances maybe that he got was crosses into the box, which was dealt with pretty well by the centre backs Matip and Fabinho. I think Robertson had a pretty poor game, and Robertson was getting ripped on the wing.
Gnabry was giving him a really, really hard time. Like I felt like Coleman was poor. I thought Gnabry, like he did well. I think he did well. There's not much he could do though, because Liverpool came in defensively solid. Like they came in. They were like, as long as we keep Bayern from scoring goals, we can get lucky on the counterattack and really help make them suffer. So, man, I agree with you. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, I think the 0-0 it suits Bayern because the first where Liverpool have most of their strength, they didn't score a goal, and I think Bayern got what they want. They wanted the draw, they got it. An away goal would have been solid, but I think the draw still suits them at the Allianz. I don't see Liverpool winning there, so Bayern going through for me.
Okay, so I just want to comment on something you mentioned, because this happens every single year with the Premier League. Every year the Premier League their teams start off strong. Like last year we had Man City, this year we had Liverpool, and they get to be overblown and shown as this unbeatable team that if you face them you will only get blitzed, and teams will get disrespected. Like Bayern are European giants. They have pedigree, and yet going into this game, everybody was telling me that Liverpool are just going to blitz Bayern. Bayern don't stand a chance. And it hasn't. No, you called it. You called it. Well, you didn't call it right because it was a draw, but you edged Bayern, and that's what I find disrespectful, is because just because you're doing well in your own respective league form does not always translate to European games. When it comes to the Champions League, it's always different because there are certain teams that they might not have the depth to play week in, week out in the league and keep up with other teams, but they have
I called the draw. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. You said it would be a week of draws. It would be a week of draws. But they have the starting 11 to compete with any team. They just don't have the depth to compete over the course of a season. But yeah, that's all just on a side note. I just feel like people should humble themselves going in and respect the opposition when they're going, especially in the Champions League. Barca, thoughts? Liverpool, Bayern. Barca, you
Yeah,
there?
hello. Hello, I'm
Yeah,
here. Yeah.
yeah.
What do you think? What's the question?
Liverpool Bayern thoughts.
Yeah, this is a good question. I mean, for me, I always knew that Bayern was, I thought Bayern could at least get an away goal. I thought Liverpool would score two, and then Bayern would come with an away goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that for Bayern, again, this is a very good result for them. Going back to the Allianz Arena, they're going to be thinking to themselves that, my gosh, we have a really good chance to really knock out Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
I
want your thoughts on the game, Barca. Thoughts on the game, not on what they were thinking. What did you think of the game? Who did you?
Okay. So, for me personally, I didn't watch the game because my team was playing.
Oh,
but
okay.
What I can analyze from the game is, I felt that Bayern came with a game plan and Liverpool did not come with a game plan. They should have been blitzing Bayern 4-0 or 5-0. If Liverpool scored them 4 or 5, I think the tie would have been over.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, they drew the game, and it's more of an advantage for Bayern than it is for Liverpool, because I just feel like Liverpool, it's and I'll say this again, I just feel like they're done. This season, a good team, no question about it. But they scored their chances in the FA Cup, scored their chances in the League Cup, scored their chances, bottled it in the EPL by letting Man City come back to first. So I just think that there's just too many things in Liverpool's mind to win this tie, and I just feel like their priority.
Now, Barca, just to respond to you, they are still they're very much still in the league. Like they're not out of the league. They're top. So. Like they have a game in hand. That's one, and it also you have to remember they're still in the Champions League. They're not down. They're going away to Allianz, but they they don't have any they're not down a goal. The result isn't like, for example, Juve's result, which we'll get to that. They very much are capable of the season's not it's far from over.
That's a good point. That is a good point. But this is how I see it. I'm trying to say, I feel like Liverpool, and I'm being honest right now, if Liverpool can somehow keep that mentality all the way to the end of the season, I think they can win the title, because they have tremendous history. They have tremendous history. You go back to
okay. We got.
So they should be able to win the Premier League and the Champions League. That is what I'm saying. So yeah.
Okay, so now let's go into Barca Lyon. And this game I felt was very, very telling. Like, I think Suarez is finished. I think Suarez's time at Barcelona is over. I really think he doesn't have anything left to give to that team, because he had a disaster class that day. I felt him and Coutinho, especially even Coutinho. He came on he came on as a sub, and he was just simply atrocious. He was intercepting his own team's passes. Like, there were certain passes where they were trying to give it to the fullback on the right to Semedo, and he would just come and just intercept that pass. I felt like him and Suarez both had a disaster class. But with that being said, I'm gonna give the mic to you guys. Let's see what you guys have to say about this match, and then we'll have a discussion. Tito, Barca Lyon, thoughts?
Yeah, that was just a terrible game to watch. I think a lot of people still have this idea that Barcelona is the Barca we saw under Guardiola.
Yep, Messi effect.
Bum rush everyone off the field, and I think it shows when they play like this, where they just have no ideas, no invention. Like, none of the off-ball movement seems like it's coming at the right time or to the right place.
And if you saw that game, Lyon gave them space. So Lyon were not defending. They didn't have. They were playing a pretty high line. So, but Barca just had no attacking prowess during that game, no end product.
And I think what really stood out to me was the reason for that was the Barca midfield just couldn't control the game. It was very open.
Oh yeah.
They left a lot of space in the middle and out wide to get through. I mean, Lyon easily could have scored a couple of goals in there. I thought they were really the better side.
They hit the bar. They hit the bar like Depay. I think Depay's shot hit the bar.
Yeah.
And Stegen had a world-class save too. He had that save. I believe it was like a long shot where he just flew and just tipped it off with his right hand. He bailed them out that game, I feel.
Yeah, and I think that I really hate to say this because I think he's the greatest player I've ever seen, but I think we're starting to hit the point where Messi is maybe not able to drag this team anywhere he wants it to go.
Thank you.
I agree with you. I agree with you because 2015, 2014 Messi would have won that game single-handedly.
Oh yeah.
You saw he lost sort of a little bit of his pace where before. Yes, he had the passing ability, which he still has to this day. His playmaking ability is unrivaled, but he no longer can beat players off dribbles like he did before. You saw the Lyon players were able to physically outplay him because they would whenever he tries to make his runs, they just mark him out of the game. He was too small. He wasn't able to really do what he did before.
I don't think it's a physical thing.
I mean his speed. By physicality, I meant his speed. He doesn't have that speed that he did before.
I know, but it's working in the league, and in the Champions. Well, in the Champions Leagues since 2014-15, I think it's a mental thing. But he hasn't. Every time Barca reach quarters, semis in the past 4 years in the Champions League, Messi doesn't show up. He's nowhere to be seen, and I feel like I don't know what happens to him in Champions League since then, but something's going on mentally. He hits a mental block.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So sorry, Tito. Continue because
sorry. Yeah. So wrap it up, Tito.
Okay. Yeah. I think that second leg is going to be a lot more exciting than anyone was really expecting.
Agreed.
I think that's going to be a lot more stressful at the new camp for anyone who's a Barca fan than they were expecting.
Yeah, they're playing with fire. Because, but again, the away goal rule is huge. This is why I love the Champions League. Is because even a team that, for example, Lyon, on any other day, you'd put your money on Barca. But then with the away goal rule in effect, if Lyon just get an early goal, the whole game changes. Barca are under pressure. Now Barca need 2 goals. And then if Lyon get a second goal, Barca need 3. So they can put Barca in a really uncomfortable position. Yeah, so with that being said, let's see, Muntaha, what are your thoughts on the game?
Oh, Red, man, come on, man. That's like a blow for Barca forwards such as Dembele, even Messi, and this guy, man, Suarez, man. Come on, man.
One day
you have to finish that kind of chance, especially Suarez. Suarez is done. For me, somebody's making noise, I guess, from the background. Hello? Somebody's making background noise. Yeah.
No, you're good. Well, Barca, please, your mic.
Yeah. So, look, for me, it's come on, man. Look, there was one chance. Yeah, when it's easy tap, and I know there was a defender, but come on, we saw Suarez, to score world level, legendary level goals, man. He should have finished that thing. Defensively, I think so. This time, Barca fans cannot criticize or point fingers on Valverde because his defense was perfect, and
the man of the match was Busquets. Their CDM man, but was Busquets. He was man of the match. He was beating players off dribbles. He was slicing up Lyon with one pass. One pass. Yeah. That's it. He's Lyon's midfield is gone. So they did have space. They did have chances. It's their end product that was poor. Barca on any other day.
But one more thing.
Yep.
Yeah, one more thing. Yeah, but they were missing Arthur Melo in this game, to be honest.
100%.
Because in final third we saw some of the Arthur Melo passes and vertical passes really good, man.
Definitely.
Because he always look for vertical passes. I never saw him, with the horizontal passes or no. He never wastes time. He's a kind of shabby replacement, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, Barcelona should have, capitalized the chances. The way Lyon was playing defensively, but now in leg 2, Nabil Fekir is going to come back, and now we have to see how Barca is going to perform in that game. I know it's in camp now, and Barcelona is going to bombard with their attacks on Lyon. But if Lyon get 1G, what they are looking for, then game is open.
And with Fekir back, they could get it. Yeah. They could definitely get it.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, yeah. But still, I'm leaning towards Barcelona to qualify
Yeah.
next
Why
week.
not?
Yeah.
Reasonable. Juvenile.
Yeah, I mean, I know this game was gonna end in a draw. I didn't think that Barca could get the win here. And another thing is you could see that this team is too over reliant on Messi, and I think it's coming to the point now where Messi can't bail you out of each game that you play. Like he might be able to do it in the league, but when it comes to the Champions League, in the past 3 or 4 seasons, like your team, the rest of your teammates need to step up. And I
Yep.
think the poorest player on that pitch was Suarez, bro. Like this guy has been on a decline since 2016. I think his last relevant season was
2016
the
was his last.
2015-16 season.
That is correct. When won the Chichi.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
this he had I think or like 3 or 4 chances, like dead set chances to score, and he skied all of them. Um,
yeah.
who else? Like you guys said, Coutinho. Like when he came on, was useless in my opinion. He didn't add anything.
I think
Mm.
I
Um,
think it's safe to say he's the biggest flop in football history. 160 million.
uh,
It's safe to say that nowadays. It's safe to like.
Only a Real Madrid fan will say this. Come
Okay,
on, come on. Let's go on. Let's go
Barca, we're
on.
gonna get to you. We're gonna get to you, Barca. Continue, Juvenile.
Yeah, Juvenile
um,
continue.
but
Yeah.
like this isn't any taking any credit away from Lyon because that was, in my opinion, a defensive masterclass. Those guys, they knew how to neutralize that Barca attack. Um,
Mhm.
I also like to give out a shout out to Lyon's keeper. That guy had one hell
Lopez.
Oh
of a
my
game.
goodness,
Yep.
that guy was
Um,
crazy,
He,
bro. What a goalkeeper.
he kept making some acrobatic saves that, you know,
Yeah,
on another day, that game easily could have finished 2-3 nil to Barca. So a big
yeah.
shout out to him. I don't know if you guys remember the last minute save against Busquets. They
yep.
topped
Yeah.
Yep.
him.
Oh my goodness, what a shot. What a shot.
Um, Also a shout out to Ter Stegen because that first half, Lyon easily could have been a goal up. So
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely.
I mean,
Okay.
going into that second leg, I mean, Barca are favorites because they are playing at home. But all Lyon need to do is get an early away goal, and things could get interesting.
Definitely. And like the thing is, Barca. See, it all depends right now for Barca on Dembele. Because I feel like they need him back in form because he was coming back from an injury. This like Leon got lucky that Dembele's coming back from injury. He's out of form, so I don't feel like he was effective as he could have been. Because in my opinion, Dembele is one of the best young talents in the world. I rate him higher than Mbappe, skill wise, technique. For what he's capable of doing, I just rate this player very, very highly. And I feel like if Dembele right now like gets a big game against Sevilla, he has a Real Madrid game coming up. Like I forgot who they're playing next week, but they still have he has a couple of good games for big games for him to get back in form.
We're
I think
playing
like
Real
they
Madrid twice.
yeah well
Twice.
yeah you're playing them in the league, but we're playing Copa del Rey this upcoming Wednesday. So
I
with
mean,
that
I
being
think I think I think Arthur was
Tuesday,
also a
Tuesday,
miss for
Tuesday.
Barca.
Arthur.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was a big miss. He was a big miss
Yeah.
because their midfield lacked creativity. Their only creative force was Messi. He was their playmaker. He was the finisher. Because even like when he would play that ball to Alba for the cutback to make that classic left-footed shot, and he just couldn't get it on target. That was his issue that day. Like Leon made it really hard for him to get that clear shot on target.
I mean, it's the same thing for you could say for Lyon as well, because a big miss was Fekir, because that guy has
Mm.
been really, really vital for that Lyon side this season.
See, with Fakir in this game, I felt like Leon could have won that game because
Yeah,
Fakir's
I think so too. I
his
mean, I think the problem with Lyon was that they weren't clinical at goal. They just didn't have those strikers that could get you those goals.
definitely
Like I think
no.
with another attacking force, I easily could have seen Lyon nicking a win, like a 1-0 or a 2-1.
Definitely. Well, Barcelona didn't look. I would say a 2-0. Barcelona didn't look like they could score. Like it was just like Suarez. The only my issue with him is he was so slow.
I mean,
He looked
look,
sloppy.
this game, like I said, it could have ended 3-4-0. I mean, we wouldn't even need to be talking about this had they had a competent striker in goal. But like I said, Suarez's form has just been on downhill since 2016. Like,
Definitely.
if I was part of the Barca board, get searching for a striker right now. Because
I agree.
he isn't getting any younger.
Yeah, I
No,
agree.
they have to start preparing for their next era because I feel like this team has been taken to like as far as they could go. Like they need to start implementing new
They
players. Like
become
they
too over reliant on Messi.
way too over
It's
reliant.
simple as.
Yeah,
Which, to
yeah,
be fair,
I
Messi
agree.
has proven that he's capable of it, but he's becoming
Nah,
more human by the day.
Messi is, but like I said, you can't. How many times does he have to keep bailing you out?
No,
Yeah,
he can't.
that's a problem. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, go ahead. Wrap it up,
Nah,
bro.
that's it. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Red. Just remember, yeah, Messi is not
Yep.
Cristiano. Please.
Exactly,
Okay.
Cristiano is
exactly,
a
This is a
Okay.
exactly.
debate for
That's
another
a
We're not.
day.
good one, Mukhtar.
We're not gonna bring up that topic, guys. Please,
Yeah,
please.
Mukhtar, that was a good
Hazem,
one. That was a good one.
Hazem, could you please tell us
Yeah.
about what your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, so Lyon, they, as we expected, they went on with a defensive approach. They just sat back, and yeah, as I expected, another big game they performed. Obviously, a lot of it was down to Barcelona's shortcomings in terms of finishing, but also you have to give credit to Lyon's keeper Lopez. He made some crazy saves, and you have to give credit for that. Also, Lyon's defense in general, they did great. And I thought the key in that were the two holding midfielders, especially Awar, and obviously Ndombele did well as well.
Mm-hmm.
They were all over, and I thought they did great. And obviously, in terms of tactics, Ganesio did the right job again in another big game. And in terms of Barcelona, also in Leon, many people criticized Depay, but I thought he actually did pretty well in terms of he was actually trying to create a lot and moving around.
Yeah, that's true.
Now,
That's
just a
true.
fun fact for you guys: Depay
That's true.
released a rap music video last month. Actually, no, in December, I believe. And ever since releasing that music video, he hasn't scored a goal, neither in the league, Champions League, or the French Cup. Yeah, but just a fun fact: just because this player has a lot of talent and he squanders it by not really focusing on his career, I feel. So, yeah, continue, Hazem.
Yeah, and to finish on Leon, they're looking really good, and if they continue this form, they can really push Lille in that second place in the league. In terms of Barcelona, I think they were going too central. When you see Leon's lineup, and it's really focused on defending centrally with the two holding midfielders. They form a narrow block, so I don't know why Messi kept on going centrally, kept on going.
Now, Barca, that's how they play. Their width is their fullbacks. Like
Yeah,
they
I thought they should have spread it to the wings.
Wings,
Messi
yeah,
could
yeah,
have stayed
I
that wide.
agree.
Well, but
They should have
they
got the
did.
ball more to Dembele. Dembele wasn't getting a lot, to be honest.
Lots was, yeah, that's
Now,
true.
to be fair, they did try. Like if you go back and see Coutinho, like
Yeah, at the end.
he kept on like intercepting the balls. Like they're trying to pass it to Semedo, he would come and take the ball. Like
Yeah.
let the fullbacks get the play, like spread the pitch a little bit so you can have more space in the box to get your shot
Exactly.
off. But they
They're
just couldn't
just
do
trying to
it.
go through that congested midfield area with the
Area,
two holding
yeah.
midfielders and the defense pressing high, so that the space between the back line and the two holding midfielders was really small, so they're able to
Yeah,
close it
yeah,
quick.
I agree.
And it wasn't working. And obviously, in terms of finishing, I mean, despite that, Barcelona should have won the game, but obviously their finishing was atrocious. I mean, Suarez, my goodness, I don't know what's going on with this guy. People are talking about Lewandowski. At least this guy's getting service all the time, Suarez, this game, and he's not doing anything. Just balding and balding and balding.
All the time, I think.
No, I got you.
Alrighty.
Come on.
This is a tough
Alrighty.
fight. So yeah,
So,
that's
Hassan, one last question before I move on. Who do you think edges it now for the second leg?
no, Barcelona. This is Camp Nou. They're the best on the return leg in Camp Nou, especially in Champions League. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a Lyon. I don't think Lyon can score in the Camp Nou. The pressure will get to them, and yeah, Barcelona. I'm going with a comfortable 2-0 win.
Alrighty. Denzel, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, before the game, I predicted a 2-1 Lyon win, and people thought I was mad. But Lyon came out exactly how I expected him to. Lyon was balling, man. Lyon had Stegen working for his life in that goal, bro. But I think what I think they were missing, obviously they were missing Fekir, man, because they had chances, but the chances were not clear cut. And I think if Fekir was on the pitch, they would have clear cut chances because he's that creative spark that they were missing. But I think Barcelona, they were the ones with the clear cut chances, man. Suarez, man, I'm not even going there. The guy is done, man. The guy is finished. Dembele's decision making was poor, man. He didn't get on the ball as much as he would like to, but when he got it, bro, his decision making was poor. And Messi, I know a lot of people are afraid to criticize the guy, but Messi, bro, I'm not even going to say who he's standard, bro. Just normally, bro. Messi was not that good either, bro. I don't think any of the Barcelona players particularly were good. I think the game was open, but obviously neither side was clinical enough to get the goal. And I think going back to the Camp Nou with Fekir back for Lyon and possibly maybe after starting that game, say maybe Barcelona edges, but I just have that gut feeling that Lyon will get a score draw.
Oh.
I'm kind of feeling going towards. I'm siding with you, Denzel. I'm going with you on that one because I feel like Lyon might just be able to do it. Like if Barca continue playing the way they've been playing the past month, I just don't see them. Like even if they get past Lyon, I don't see them making it past the quarters. I feel like if they face, if they face, I feel like Liverpool would be a very bad matchup for them because Barca cannot deal with pace. They cannot deal with pace. Like because if you look at Suarez going up against Van Dijk will he would suffocate Suarez. Suarez would probably be glad to just get off the pitch after the final whistle's blown. I just don't see them really going far in this campaign. I feel like this is so far from after the first group after like the first round is got like round 16 is done. I feel like PSG are the favorites right now. I feel like it's their title to lose. They look the most consistent. It's tough, and that Neymar factor is big. But anyways, Denzel, anything else you'd like to add?
Nah, I'm done.
Alrighty, Barca, go ahead, bro. I can tell you were pleased with what you were listening to. So tell us, bro, what are your thoughts on the game?
I mean, I was just surprised about some of the things you guys were saying. Out of everything that I heard, Hazem had a really, really good point because I was just watching the game, and that was a very good point where he made. I think Messi needs to sometimes move his positioning. I'm not being mean. It's not me lying, but I just have a feeling that if the central area is not working, why not work with the wingers? Why not try to spread out the play and try to see if you can get something out of the wing play? And then also I agree with him that there should be starting the first half, we should have been really spreading this ball to the fullbacks where they'll make those overlapping runs so that they can spread the pitch more wider. And I agree because if you look at Lyon was good. I'm not gonna lie, Lyon is a good team, but we should have scored these guys by 5 goals. I said it. When I was watching the game, I was like, nah, we should have scored these guys by 5 goals.
Disrespect, Barca, disrespect.
No, it's me being serious. If we spread that pitch wide, we could score these guys 5. I'm serious.
Okay, man.
But like for me, getting to Lyon, they're a great team. They're a wonderful team to watch. I think Anthony Lopez is a tremendous goalkeeper, and I have to say, players like Awar is also brilliant to watch. I like this guy too. What's his name?
Ndombele.
Musa Dembele, yeah.
Ndombele.
Ndombele, yeah. The Ndombele guy, he was really good. I didn't know why they took him off from the first half because again, like
fitness issues. He was coming back. He wasn't playing for a while, so he wasn't even supposed to start for the game. I think it was just panic because they lost Fekir. But I feel like he's gonna have a huge game on the return, like because this guy's a baller. This guy's official. Like he's moving. He's making a big club move this summer. I don't know who's gonna get him.
Also, Awar
was great.
Awar was really good. Like
but he's more of a mobile, and Dembele is more of the holding role, and Awar like moves around more.
But the thing is, like Dembele is like I can see him becoming a box to box. Like he he's bigger. He's better than like his on the ball ability. It makes him much better than just being a holding midfielder. Like, in no disrespect to like holding midfielders, but like I feel like he's a big ass to carry the ball from to go back and defend, but also offensively he's really good.
And
But
tremendous.
Let's move on.
Tremendous defensive display from Marcelo. That guy, I don't know, like he was all over Spurs in that second half. Like I was just watching the way this guy was playing. I was like, my gosh, man, there's no way we're gonna get a G against this guy called Marcelo in center back. But for Barcelona, again, I think in the training pitch, we need to work on counterattacks. I think we should change the whole tactics. The 4-3-3 is just not working. I'm sorry. It's either we go with the 4-2-3-1 or we go back to the 4-4-2, where because for me, and I'll say this again. When I was watching the game, I was like, we need to win this. Like, there's no way we can go to Camp Nou, get a draw against Lyon, and then think that everything.
Okay, Barca,
just one last thing. One last thing. That, somebody in Mr. ZZ in the comment is asking Barca, so I'll ask Barca thoughts on Coutinho in the game.
Oh, okay, yeah. The thing about Coutinho is, and again, and that's what I was talking about the formations is, he fits more into a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-4-2 than a 4-3-3. And that is my problem here, because again, when I saw the lineup in the beginning, I saw Sergio Roberto in there, and I was like, why is he playing a 4-3-3 with Sergio Roberto? The 4-3-3 only works for players like Arthur, Busquets, and Rakitic. It doesn't work for Coutinho and players like Malcolm and so forth. So for me, I just feel like, for me, I think this is the time when we can do a bit of experiment. The second leg is not until March 13th, which is 2 weeks, next 2 weeks. So I think what we should do against Sevilla tomorrow. And
we'll get to that. We'll get to that game. We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I just want to remind everybody that Barca was complaining last year because Valverde was playing a 4-4-2 and he wanted to go back to the 4-3-3. Now he doesn't want the 4-3-3 anymore.
No, because I need to win. I want to win. I want to win against Lyon. Yeah, that's why.
Alrighty. So next match, I think we all, well, not all of us, but the footballing community in general owes an apology to Schalke, because going into this match, everybody was telling me that it's going to be double figures for Man City.
Yeah,
double figures. Except you hasn't.
This isn't FIFA, right? This isn't FIFA.
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't. People don't recognize that. They don't understand that when you get the draw, yes, you might be happy that it's not a big name, but when it's 11v11 on the pitch, it's a completely different story. You have to respect your opposition. That's what I was telling Barcelona. He was like, "Oh, we could have scored 5 past Lyon." That doesn't happen. It's very rare when those games actually happen.
This is the Champions League, bro.
Exactly. This is the elite competition for football. And they gave them a game. Yes, Man City won 3-2.
No team will allow themselves to get humiliated.
No. So with this game, I don't want to go too deep because we have other games to talk about, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys watched the Atletico versus Juve match. I personally watched the Man City Schalke because I can't see Ronaldo playing for another team. So with that being said, like, I just felt like Ben Taleb was phenomenal on the night. Man City, of course, as a team performance, they did well. Aguero was a quality goal. Sane came on. Guys, I highly recommend go check out that Sane free kick. And he used to play for Schalke. He didn't celebrate. He respected his club. And of course, Sterling does what he always does best: come in clutch for Man City. This guy has been clutch time and time again. So yeah. I personally think it's going to be interesting for the return leg.
Don't forget the VAR decision.
Oh yeah. No, the VAR decisions. I do want to mention that because the VAR was spot on. Now people go to the Otamendi handball and they say, well, it wasn't intentional. Otamendi didn't have a chance to really move his arm.
Don't give me that.
No, and I told them I personally thought that it was the right decision because the shot was on target. Like, his hand obstructed the shot, and people say, well, it's all about intention. I'm like, well, can you really prove that he didn't intend to put it? Because his arm wasn't in a natural position. It was off of his body.
Yeah.
So from that, I feel like it was fair. I feel if anybody benefited, it's Man City's first goal, because I felt it was a foul. I felt a 2-2 draw would have been more fair. Aguero's first goal, but it is what it is. Man City won 3-2. It was a deserved result, especially with them going down to 10 men. To be honest, I don't think Otamendi is a big loss for them. I feel like they have the depth to really cover for that, and they played best because they went in playing, I believe, a 3-4-3. And when they shifted to the 4-3-3 or 4-3-2, I guess, they played much better than when they were playing the 3-4-3. I think with a four-man back line, it was much better because Kyle Walker, I don't think he works as a center back. He's good, but I think he's much better on the right-hand side as a destroyer. Because footballing wise, he's not that great of a player, but it's just his physicality. The fact that he just can run for days up and down that sideline, it's just going to be tough to deal with. But anyways, anybody want to add anything to that, or should we move on to the big game? No? Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'll add something.
No, I'll just quickly say, great match from Schalke. As I said, we're going away to Schalke. Schalke home, they're not gonna give any 15 goals up like people were saying. That's ridiculous. They're a good defensive team in the Bundesliga. They play defensively. They don't play possession. They sit back and go on the counter, and they have to do that. Obviously, Konoplyanka was injured. He was out. I think if he's back for the second leg, that could be interesting.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, Konoplyanka is a great player, but all I'm saying is, great from Schalke, and it was tough, but City got the job done. It was also great. Yeah, Barca, go on.
Yeah, I agree with Hazem. Konoplyanka is a quality player, and I just feel like he will turn this tie around. I still feel like, yes, the Etihad, sometimes they call it the empty had because not a lot of fans really, support, like go out there and support when City is losing and stuff like that. But I think Schalke is going to win this tie. I still have a feeling Schalke can win this tie.
Okay.
And I think they're going to use their mentality to win it. So, yeah, man, it was a good game. Yeah.
You're really optimistic, Barca.
Yep.
Anyone else? Tito, Montaha?
Anyone want to add it? Anyone want to add anything on the Man City Schalke game?
I think Man City are lucky they got out of there with a win. They came in.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
All of you.
No, I agree, man. I was very like heartbroken for Schalke. They deserved a point from that game. But again, like, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we'll see what they can do in the return leg. What they can do away from home.
Man. There was too much disrespect.
It was too much. It was too much.
People owe Schalke an apology.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And then Schalke's the top side. These guys are Dortmund's local rivals. They have been competing in the Bundesliga at the high level for a long, long time. And they have produced a lot of young talent. Like Sane came from Schalke. People forget that.
Red, can I ask you a question?
All right, now let's move on.
I can't answer. All right, let's go then.
Okay, no worries. Now, this match, Atletico Juve.
Oh boy.
Now I had said previously I believe Atletico would win. I thought they would win a 1-0. I just didn't expect them to win in the fashion that they did win it. I felt that it would have been a more tight game. I knew it was going to be controversial because look, Atletico Madrid, they're bullies. This team, they don't outplay you. What they do is when you go to to their stadium, their crowd is going to be behind them. They're going to attack the ref. They're going to foul you. They're going to frustrate you. Diego Costa is probably the greatest villain in football. Well, I want to say attacking villain in football. That guy, he antagonized that Juve defense. Bonucci spent probably most of his time on the ground, more so than defending. Griezmann was phenomenal. I think he's solely making the case for he wants to be respected amongst the top players in the world. He wants to be in that top 10, top 5 list in the world currently right now. And he showed it. Like, that ball to Diego Costa was sublime. On the volley, immediately just passed it into space. With that being said, guys, any of you were shocked by the result, or was it expected? Tito.
Okay.
The hell?
So I'm
Sorry.
this with a little bit of bias as a Fiorentina fan because I congenitally hate all things Juventus. So I was definitely hoping that Atleti would pull it out. I think, like most people, I expected them to get a win at home. After the I mean, after that first half, though, when they had the chances and couldn't capitalize, that Costa miss, I still would love to know who hit the voodoo doll of him right as he shot that.
To be fair, Costa's been like that since
That was a
last
crazy miss.
since he came
Yeah.
from Chelsea to Atletico. He's not been very prolific for Atletico. He's been actually pretty awful. A flop, I would
He's
consider.
like the
Leave
new Fernando
Chelsea.
Torres now. But yeah, and then after they left that, they took the Morata goal away with the VAR, which I thought was a pretty poor decision, honestly,
Mhm.
and reminded
Thank you.
Serie
I
A,
don't know.
with Juve getting bailed out. Sorry. I thought I honestly thought that Juve were going to do the thing that they do in Italy every week, where they play poorly,
Here we
somehow
go.
scrape out a result, and then get a win. And
Yeah.
so
See,
it was.
It's true. It's true.
It
I-
was really nice for me to see Atleti keep that intensity up in the second half and just play Juve off the field. I think Allegri definitely needs to ask some questions of his players because he did not have them fired up.
no.
I think the other thing that was really interesting to me was just like, yeah, Atletico Madrid are the shithouse kings. Like,
Yep.
goals from your center backs. Like, does anyone think that they're not going to get an away goal now on the counter in the next leg? Like,
See, that's the
It could
thing.
happen. It could happen.
See,
It could
that's a
happen.
good question because
Yeah.
the thing is, Juve at home are very tough to beat. Juve at home, like there's only two teams that have beat them since 2010, and that's a three-time winners, Real Madrid and Mourinho shithousery. Those were the only two. So for Juve, a 3-1. No, that wouldn't be enough. They need to score. They have to keep a clean sheet, which I think they are capable of. But can they get the 2 goals? That's what they like. Because I feel like this could be the game. This game could go to extra time. I feel like this one could go to extra time and possibly be decided on penalties.
oof.
Because I feel like Juve are going to do what Atletico did at home to Atletico.
I agree.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, Tito, any other thoughts you'd like to add?
No, just that result warmed the depths of my cold heart. So,
Fiorentina fan, yo.
I agree.
Oh, man.
Couldn't agree more.
It is because you are right, man. Like, but you get one of those teams that just suffers for like 45, 60, 70 minutes, and then somehow just a scrappy goal, and they win the game
Yeah,
1-0,
Tito
2-0.
It's
been so
okay. It's okay,
upset.
guys.
He's been so
You'll all
upset
be
when Juve
disappointed.
always
Too
You'll all
much.
be disappointed on the 13th. You'll all be disappointed.
Let's see.
Lol.
Fiorentina fan, I'm always disappointed.
Yeah.
Okay.
guys been winning,
Muntaha, talk to us about how your boy flopped.
First of all, yeah, my boy didn't flop. Yeah, he was the best player for Juventus. Yeah, and
That's
he, wa-
true.
he was literally like, especially in the first half. Yeah, he was literally took the ball and dribble past 2-3 players, and he completed dribbles of 7 out of 8 attempts, and he created 4 chances of like on his own, like took 5 shots on the target. Okay, and I know he missed the header like on 89th minute, something like that. But come on, man, like it was really tough to score. Overall, in grand scheme, if I see Juventus, I don't know what kind of plan Allegri came with. In this game, you came with defensive plan, balanced plan, or attacking plan. What was your plan? What was your basic plan for
See,
No
attacking this
plan, bro. No plan. No plan.
No. Apart, look. The way he started the game. Okay, look. You're playing okay on Atletico Madrid's home. Okay, fine. Metropolitano. I know it's one of the most difficult, stadium to go and win the game. Fine. You played with Desilio. Desilio was literally crap in first half. Diego Costa was giving him hard time. Again, Diego Costa is one of the slowest striker in the world of football. Yeah, he's known as for his physicality and his finish. Yeah, he was never known as for his pace. But this guy, Diego Costa, was giving him hard time with his pace, and that was like I was amazed to see that. Thirdly, Kylian Bonucci, come on, man, you are building from back. Go straight, give ball to go vertically. there is Dybala for you, and there is like literally, I know, like whenever in the Atletico Madrid's box, half, when Juventus was receiving ball, they were literally closed down. You are moving ball like an old lady. Yeah, like your old name, yeah, like your nickname. They are not even moving the ball. Come on, Ronaldo has already made the move, and still they are not moving the ball. Come on, man. Like they are very slow, like lethargic passing, bro. Come on, you cannot do that with against Atletico. You have to, whenever you get a sniff of space, take that pass and take a shot. These guys were taking long shots. Dybala in the first half, Dybala took a what do you call a shot, which was like ultimately saved by Jan Oblak. Obviously, he's not going to concede that kind of goal. Ronaldo was next to him, and he was in better angle. He could have lay off the ball to Cristiano. Nah, he didn't. Fourthly, look, I want to talk about this one, yeah. And like this guy, like, come on, man, I rate him really high. I rate him in the top 10 midfielders in the world. Pjanic, Miralem Pjanic. His diagonal ball
he's
was
really good.
absolutely crap.
Yeah.
His diagonals ball, like literally missed pass, long ball, missed pass. Like, what are you doing, mate? This is the Champions League, man.
You have to give credit to the Atletico defense for that.
Now,
And
now,
Of course,
I-
of
Yeah.
course.
now,
No, but the
Muntaha,
diagonal passes he was making. Look. First half, Alexandro was okay. He was average. Look. Second half, he was crap. I know that. But first half, Alexandro was okay. And he was finding the space. But this guy, Pjanic, whenever, yeah, this guy, literally made the run and then he's going for the long balls. Oh, like, what
Now-
kind of coordination you
now,
have?
Muntaha, I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think where do you think it went wrong? What part of Juve was underwhelming? Because I personally felt their midfield was just awful. Like I felt Dybala was poor. Like I understand that you're saying
No, where was Bentancur, man? Where was Bentancur in that game? I can't find him in that game, bro.
now I
What
couldn't
he
find
was
Dybala.
doing? No,
Yeah.
Dybala was literally crap. You can literally observe him. This guy is crap. Bentancur was invisible. I mean, in this game, I can't find this guy. And if you're playing Mario Mandzukic, do you know that Mario Mandzukic was playing so deep? Why you're dropping back? Why you're literally reducing your attacking threat in the box? You are known for the attacking threat in the box, Mandzukic. I don't know. Look. First of all, in the first half, he completely gave Ronaldo free roam. Why? Ronaldo is not known as for his free roam ability. I know he switched the flanks, yeah, but he was dropping deep. No. This is 34-year-old Ronaldo. This is not 24-year-old Ronaldo. And in the second half, look, second half, Juventus started well. If you see, yeah, like first 10 minutes, Juventus was like building up the pressure, building up the thing. What do you call on Atletico? When Atletico found, Diego Simeone observed that kind of gameplay from Juventus, he literally substitute what is his name, Diego Costa with Morata. When Diego Costa missed that chance, he didn't give him a chance, Diego Costa, for a minute as well. Directly substitute. Why he didn't go for the Celio to replace with Juan Cancelo? No, he didn't. Second, in 65th minute, this guy took off Koke and replaced with him Lemar, attacking threat, fast, pacey. He literally trashed Dicilio. Third, what is his name, man? Ankle Correa came instead of Saul. Sorry, Thomas Partey. So look, this guy was like.
Hey, respect to my boy. Respect to my boy.
No. I'm respecting your boy. I'm saying that I'm giving props to the Diego Simeone. I'm saying to Diego Simeone that he knows the situation. He was aware how to change the tactical setup of the game. And same thing what Atletico Madrid did. They took the advantage of counter attacks. I know they scored 2 goals from the set pieces. I agree. And even look, come on, Juventus shouldn't have conceded the first goal. Second goal was world class, but first goal, no way. You cannot.
Nah, man, they could have saved the second goal as well.
No, but
Yeah,
okay,
both were preventable.
I can be a bit lenient with the second goal, but no way you
Nah,
cannot give the first
what was Ronaldo doing, bro? What was Ronaldo doing for the second goal?
No, because Allegri, your manager, call him back.
No, he
This
turned
is what
his
happens.
back to the goal. You have to go and attack him, bro. You don't just turn your back to the
Look,
goal.
in this game, you cannot even have audacity to point.
Oh,
Cristiano
so I can't say that he did that. That was a wrong move by him, right?
Bro, he's
No,
an
he
attacker.
can-
He's not defender.
Yeah,
Do you
I
understand?
agree with you.
No, he has to be able to defend that. It was the corner. The
Really?
strikers always defend the set pieces.
Muntaha, put your bias aside, bro.
No. Okay, no. I'm not biased, by the way. Look. I'm giving.
So
props.
Ronaldo didn't do anything wrong that game, right? He's innocent.
He did his primary job. That's it. Where is the other player and where is Allegri? He did his primary job. Your
I'm not
requirement.
defending the rest of the players. They all played
No,
shit.
no,
I'm
no.
not defending
But what
them.
I'm saying to you, Ronaldo did his primary job. Did Juventus other players did the primary job, and I
He
felt
made a
bad.
lethal mistake. He made a lethal mistake.
Yeah,
He
but the
can't. He
first
did,
goal was
Mustafa.
but the
You
first goal
don't
was a
turn your
massacre.
back to the goal.
No, no,
You
no.
don't turn your back to the
I
goal.
agree.
Okay,
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 fine.
okay,
Kids
guys,
was-
No, no, no,
guys,
no,
guys.
no. Listen,
Let's
listen.
one second,
If
Mustafa.
you talk,
Mustafa.
if
Mustafa,
you
bro,
talk from
I'm
a
good.
defensive point of view, that's you're correct. But what with the whole team? Where was the when they conceded the first goal? The first goal that was the main what you got dagger in the heart.
The team is also a mistake. All of them.
Hazem, you're gonna get your turn. Let Mustafa finish up your point,
No, no.
and let's move on to Juvenal.
My point is my point. I will first of all, yeah, I have to blame to like Allegri. Allegri was literally the mess in this game. Come on, for this time, Allegri has to take the blame and like he has to he's responsible for such a massacre.
Okay.
That's it.
Juvenile, I'm gonna leave you for last, so I want Hazem. Bro, tell us your thoughts, man.
So the first half, first of all, before the game, everyone was predicting that it's either going to be a draw or Juventus may clinch it. So yeah, I actually went for a draw, and I was wrong. So Atletico surprised me and everyone else. The first half, I thought it was even. Not even. I think Atletico was slightly better. Diego Costa, obviously, with those chances, and really dangerous. Like he's a really annoying striker to for an opposition team. You saw how hungry he was, and whatever he was offside, his teeth just clenching, and it's like you need such a striker. And Atletico had him, and it was good in the first half. Midfielders played well, but Juventus were staying in the game. They were generating chances in the first half, even though if it wasn't that many. Their another free kick was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then second half was a different story. Juventus started slowing down. The whole team was moving really slowly, and Atletico showed their fitness levels and their hunger and their mental strength. And they used the home advantage, and they just kept on closing down the spaces, not letting Juventus just intercepting their passes with their slow play. And Atletico were way faster, more energetic. Midfielders, Saul Koke were great. Thomas, until he came off, was really good. Obviously, that was a horrible challenge that he made for the yellow card, but it happens.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Gotta take one
I'd
for
say
the team,
Griezmann deserves some credit for showing up in a big game. Other than that, I would say Simeone, perfect tactical plan, defensive approach, great. It wasn't completely sitting back. It was sitting back while pressing at the back with the midfielders. So great.
Intent. There was intent behind it.
Yeah, and it was focused on the midfield, which is Juventus' weakness, so that's good. And as for Juventus, I think they're coming. I think the second leg is open. We can see anything happen. I personally think, as much as I hate to see it, I think Juventus going through.
No.
I think Juventus going through. I think it's gonna be 2-0. They're gonna get the job done on penalties. I hope Atletico get an away goal, which would be great. I think that would seal the tie. I just think, I don't know. It's this is the only thing Juventus have left to do this season, and this is why they bought Ronaldo. This is their whole project, and if they don't get past the round of 16, it will be a whole failure. And I think they'll get the job done, unfortunately. So yeah.
Okay, Joyous. Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, this game, Atleti versus Juventus, I analyzed this game with every single brain cell, and I came before it started, and I came to the conclusion that this game was going to be shit. But I watched it. I watched it because it's Atleti, it's Juventus. You have to watch it, man. Come on.
Yo, big game,
at the beginning,
game,
at the beginning of the game, I was like, oh no, I already made a mistake watching this, man. It's just there's no chances, literally no chances, man. Chiellini, man, what did that guy drink at the start of the game? The guy was cutting out every single ball, everything. Chiellini, bro, he was on it, and I came to the conclusion that at the end of this game, bro, some maybe 90 minutes, 80 minutes, that it was going to be 0-0, and that maybe a Ronaldo goal, something, a Juve is going to nick it 1-0. But in the second half, late in the second half, man, oh my goodness, man, Atletico, man, these guys, they just turned up, man. And they got two goals that was very preventable by Juventus, and surprising too, because Juventus, obviously, their defense is one of the best, if not the best in the world. So it was really surprising to see them concede like that. And Hazem and Juvenal, before you come at me with forks and torches, it's my opinion. But that VAR decision on Morata, maybe it's because I have a bias because I love Morata, but man, that was a wrong decision. For me, if the defender did that on Morata in the box, if Chiellini did that on Morata, there's no way that Morata was getting a penalty for that same push, in my opinion. But overall, the game put a smile on my face because I love seeing Juventus lose, obviously. As for the second leg, if Atletico managed to get a goal, I think the tie is done.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, but as for predicting the second leg, I think 2-1 Juventus. Obviously, Atletico will go through.
Okay. Barca, keep it brief.
Oh man, I had so much to say about this.
Yeah, no, speak, bro. Speak. Don't worry. We just try to summarize.
Okay. For me, and I was when I saw Atletico play in the first half, I was like, wow. Can you play like this every single La Liga game? Like, I don't know why they can't do this. I really don't know why they can't play like how they played in that first. Because I thought Atletico played tremendous in that first half. You know, they had, I think there was 3 backheel passes, which was so beautiful to watch, where I was like, that is what I want to see with this Atletico team. They have the players capable for stuff like that. They have the players capable for playing attacking football. But for me, in the game, like I said, man, Atletico did really well. They bossed the midfield. They moved the ball very quicker, speeded up the play. Diego Simeone totally proved me wrong. I thought this dude is done. I thought his defensive tactics are done. This guy came with a tactical genius plan. And my gosh, I thought they were gonna lose to Juventus maybe by 5 or 4 or 3 or something like that. Because I was scared. I was scared for Simeone's life in this game. I was scared. So he found a way. He found a way. And I think for Simeone, like I said, man, he has to look at this result and he has to take this to Turin. They have to come up with the same fire that they showed in that first half and bring it to Turin. And I think, man, I actually think Atletico can go through. I really do think so. And possibly, I think they can win the UCL. I actually do think, Red, that Atletico can win the UCL. I is the only favorites. And this is how I see it. Because for me, I just feel like this season, Barcelona have too many problems that we have to really figure out. PSG, I wouldn't say them. I think Atletico, this is their UCL, man. I really do think so. And for me, and I'll say this, for me, I think Atletico really fancy the chances of going through in this tie, because Juventus, when I was watching, I thought Juventus was coming at Atletico's defense. I think that's what Juventus was gonna do. They did nothing like that. So for me, as I'm looking at the second leg and I'm watching, I'm like, Atletico, Juventus are not coming at you. Why don't you guys go at them? So I think Atletico is going to go at them. And I think Atletico is going to win this 2-0. Second leg. Same scoreline.
Whoa.
Yeah. 2-0.
Okay, Barca.
I see it. I can see this.
Okay, I respect that. Juvenal, I want you to wrap this up, bro. Rant, get it off your chest.
Well, I'm just, Red, I'm just recovering from my post Allegri hangover. We have a lot of them, this season. Another Allegri masterclass. This guy doesn't learn. He keeps doing the same thing every single game. It was directionless.
Mm-hmm.
There was no hunger in that team. It's like Pirlo said in the post-match, Atletico came to win. Juventus just came to kick the ball around.
Yep. Barely any ambition going on.
Before the match started, when I saw the Chile in the lineup, I was a bit confused because what was the point of signing Cancelo if he's gonna start from the bench?
See, that was my biggest beef with him. Is why didn't you start with Cancelo? Like, basically, he was the weakest player on the day. He was literally the worst, and like he was just stubborn. He didn't even like. Why wouldn't you start with Cancelo? You need a goal. You need to be offensive. You know Atleti's not going to take much risks. Yet, I don't know, man. I just felt like Allegri really flopped on this one. Allegri really flopped on this one, and he should have done better.
Look,
I
yeah,
mean, to be honest, it's nothing new. I mean, we've been seeing this throughout the whole season. He either tries to get a goal early and then just sits back and defends, or as we saw today, the team just didn't have any direction. They'd get the ball in the midfield, they'd pass sideways, they'd pass back. They just couldn't get through Atleti's midfield.
Nope.
It was just like there was a brick wall in the middle of that pitch, and Juventus just couldn't get through. Ronaldo, Mandzukic, and Dybala were completely neutralized.
Mm-hmm.
I think De Chile was a really big weak point in that defense. He was getting skinned alive by Diego Costa.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but he was almost about to concede a penalty in the first half.
Yep. It was a free kick. It was very narrow. It was very narrow.
I mean, that was you could say one of the positives from VAR. Is that keeping out things like that.
what an idiot! Why did he pull him back at that so close to the box?
No, but that's showing you he's not able to keep up with the pace of the game. That's why you needed somebody like Cancelo.
Yeah, that's true.
No. Yep. Sorry, continue.
Like I said, the only highlight I think Juventus had for that first half was that Ronaldo free kick. Bar that, there was nothing throughout that whole first half.
Now, do you believe that you guys can come back though? That's what I want to hear.
Look, man, we almost did it last season against Madrid.
You did it against Spurs last season.
We did it against Spurs last season when we were 1-0 down by the first half. It's like the Juventus motto, fino alla fine, which is up till the end.
Yep.
So we have to keep believing till the end that we do have a chance to go through. And it's like Allegri said post the match, we have 20 days to prepare, 20 days to get ready, 20 days to go through.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, and you guys are gonna need every single minute of those days.
Yeah.
Can I say something about CR7? I think
one last, Barca, make it real quick because we gotta move on. We got some games to discuss.
Okay. So the whole CR7,
Just one thing I want to say in this, yeah.
Okay. You'll go after Barca.
Okay.
Barca.
Red, check the
Okay.
chat. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So CR7, right? This is my problem with CR7 is because CR7 needs services. He needs guys who's gonna move the ball up quicker enough to him so that he can utilize that space to really gain and attack these dudes and try to get something out of the game. What I see about CR7 is, and even in the Portugal team I saw in the World Cup, was he is a good player, no doubt about it. You can be switching the play, you can be moving the ball around, you can try to dip into the central forward and still not get anything because, again, there is not players who are helping him and giving him the quick ball to, to let him get something and gain something out of the game. And that's what I saw against Atletico,
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, like I said, man, CR7 is a good player, but I'm afraid that he can become like Messi because if he doesn't have the same services that he had in Real Madrid, I think it's not that good, So yeah.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Gonzalo, you said you want to say
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I just want to just shout out for this guy, man. Chesney, man. What a save, like fingertip save from like the Griezmann lob through. Man, like, come on, man. That was like world class save.
Definitely. No. Chesney. I said earlier in the season, he's for me a top 3 keeper.
Top three?
Definitely. I feel like only
Top three?
Stegen.
Oh,
Yeah. No, come on. You're talking about a keeper that is
Yeah.
he's the number one keeper in the Serie A right now. That like they're undefeated and for good reason too. So no, definitely Chesney, man. Chesney's he's good. We got to respect him. We got to give him his credit because that save on that Griezmann chip, that was world class, Barca. That was
Yeah.
world class.
Yeah, I'm going to smoke some crack, right? I'm going to smoke some crack.
Oh
So,
my God,
yeah.
Barca. Oh my God. Don't give us your don't share your addictions with us, bro, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, guys. Now we're gonna go on to preview. We're gonna just preview real quick the next week's game. All we want to do is just score lines. You want to add one little point, then please go ahead if you feel like there's something vital we should know, like any injuries or anything like that. But yeah, with that being said, let's talk. Let's start off first with Barcelona Sevilla. In my personal opinion, I've seen Barcelona watch Sevilla a couple of times. I feel like it's going to be 2-0 for Barcelona. Of course, Messi on the score sheet. But with that being said, I'm going to pass it on to Tito. Tito, tell me your thoughts. Barcelona Sevilla.
Your mic is muted, Tito.
Oh, sorry, Tito, your mic.
Yeah. Your mic's muted. Yeah.
Tito.
Tito.
Okay,
All right.
Monta, go ahead. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Tito came back, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yep.
I'm saying 1-0 to Barca. Messi gets the goal.
Okay. Pablo. Barca Sevilla.
2-1 Barcelona.
Hey, that's my Barcelona brother, man. Let's go.
Me?
Yep. Hazim, yeah, of course.
I'm gonna go with it's Sevilla home, so 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
Juvenile.
What game are we talking about?
Sevilla Barca. Sevilla are at home.
To be honest, I'm not sure. So just give me a pass.
Alrighty. Muntaha. Sevilla Barca.
Oh, I think so. 1-1, man. Yeah.
1-1?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Now, Joyous. Sevilla Barca.
Yeah, I want to be excited for this game, but these teams tend to just willingly let Barca sexually harass them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with 2-0 Barca.
Hey,
2-0
they're still a
Barca.
quality team. They're still a quality team, Dancer.
Okay, 2-0 Barca.
Yeah.
Now let's see. Barca, finally, tell us Sevilla. Who do you think? What do you think?
So for me, this will be a very good game, very good test, but we're on a mission. I'm gonna go with 2-0 Barca. We're on a mission. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, next match, Liverpool Man United. This is vital for Liverpool's title race. Vital. Man United are on fire. 1 loss in their last 10 games. 1 draw, 8 wins. I believe so. I believe that's a record. On fire. Up against Liverpool. Who do you have? I'm personally edging it right now. I feel like 3-1 Liverpool. Same as last night. And it's at Old Trafford as well. But I feel like Liverpool are going to go in. They have a point to prove. They've been disrespected a lot. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Tito, what are your thoughts? Liverpool, Man United.
I'm saying 2-2. Goals from Pogba again, Salah, and Firmino.
Okay.
Me? Who?
What's called Muntaha? Muntaha?
Yeah, quickly, guys. Quickly.
Pablo.
2-2.
2-2. Okay. What's it called? Juvenile?
What game? Sorry.
Sorry, Man United, Liverpool.
Man United, Liverpool. Liverpool has to win this match if they want to keep their title race going. So I think it's gonna be 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. Okay. What's it called? Joyous.
Yeah, Man United, Liverpool.
Yep.
Yeah, I hate both of these teams with every single organ in my body, and I don't want to see any of them take the W, so I'm going 1-1.
Oh wow, 1-1. Okay.
Oh.
Finally, Barca.
No, me. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Hazen. My bad. I'm gonna go to Barca then Hazen.
Okay. I'm gonna be doing a post match analysis, but I'm gonna go with a big game. Big game. I check Wikipedia and UEFA.com.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm on there.
Oh my god.
Now I'm doing something. I'm live, right? So I'm going with I think United is gonna win 3-1.
3-1.
No, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Hazen, finally.
I'm also going with the upset. I know it's unpopular, but I think United will be able to win 2-1. I think, United will be able to get the job done at home at Old Trafford.
Okay.
I'm there.
Alrighty.
I'm there as well. I'm there.
And same thing. Okay. So
No.
Oh,
Same thing, man.
sorry. Oh, sorry. I
Yeah,
thought that, bro, because I asked you, you weren't there. Can continue, please, Muta. Tell us what are your thoughts.
Yeah. For me, look. Come on. This is like Liverpool's season-defining game. No way they are losing this game or drawing this game. No
Prediction.
way. They will give every freaking blood in their in the body for this game. For this, because look, against Bayern Munich as well.
We did prediction.
Yeah. Hold on, man. Hold on. So what I'm saying to you, against Bayern game as well, like in the back of their mind, this game was there. So I don't think so. Like they are going to give up for this game. So I think that Liverpool will win this game 2-1.
Okay.
2-1 Liverpool.
Okay.
Okay. Finally, I want to mention this match briefly because it's a big match in Serie A, and of course because we have a Fiorentina man right here. This is vital for top four because Inter Milan have been in horrible form since since November almost, and they're AC Milan are right on their tails. So Inter Milan, if they flop, they could see themselves drop out of top four. So we have Inter Milan versus Fiorentina. Fiorentina at home. Now, for those who don't know, Fiorentina have been undefeated against Inter Milan at home for the last 2 years. I believe with a draw and a loss. So, with that being said, do you guys think that Inter Milan can respond strongly and keep up their third place position, or do you think Fiorentina is going to do business and Inter Milan is going to fall out of top four? Tito.
I think this is actually going to wind up being a draw. Inter's got all kinds of crazy stuff going on right now with the Kardashians going.
They Cardis, not the Kardashians.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my bad.
They're going.
So I think that Mauro Icardi is not going to be playing again. It sounds like.
Yep, he's out.
So the only striker they have is Lautaro Martinez, who's been good this year, but he's still 21. He's still not quite ready, I think, to be that main man. That said, they've still got plenty of weapons and guys like Politano and Perisic, who's starting to come around a little bit again. Raja Nainggolan is showing signs of life after smoking himself into an early grave.
Yeah.
That said, I think the other thing is that Fiorentina have said they're going to rest Luis Muriel from this one, which is a big deal since he's joined. Their goals per game average has increased from 1.3 per game to 3. So he has been having a major impact. That said, I think he'll probably come on second half, get the last half hour or so, and open things up a whole lot. So I think a 2-2 sounds about right. Also because it's the kind of result that will help neither one of these teams at all. And that's just the kind of teams that Fiorentina and Inter are usually.
Yep. Okay. Pablo.
It's Inter versus who? Sorry.
Fiorentina.
I feel like there's too much drama surrounding Inter right now. So, 2-1 Fiorentina.
Okay.
Who?
Yeah, good job, man. Good job.
Can I go next?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, for me, I agree with Pablo. and I hope this happens. Yeah, keeping it brief, I'll just say 2-1 Fiorentina. They're playing at home. They're fighting for Europa League, and yeah, 2-1 Fiorentina. Keeping it brief.
Okay, perfect. What's it called?
right.
Sorry, Juvenile.
All right, yeah, go.
Fiorentina, Inter, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw Inter, man. I don't really like those guys. So I don't really like either team, but you know, the Inter Milan circus isn't gonna do a thing against Fiorentina. I don't think they have a chance with the cardio. Um, maybe they might do something, but overall, I think Fiorentina will get the job done. 2-1.
Okay.
Oh, many
Muntaha.
Tito's happy.
Oh my god, this team, man, Inter, man, and what is the name of that bold guy, man? Inter coach.
Spalletti.
Oh,
The biggest
He
name
thinks-
in football.
yeah, man.
Biggest
I
meme.
think so. I think so. It's time's up for him, and it's high time for Inter to look a new coach.
Hmm
I think so. Fiorentina is going to win this game 2-0.
Wow.
Okay.
2-0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tito, man. Tito.
Yeah.
Hazem.
Yeah, I said 2-1. Yeah.
2-1. Oh, sorry. Joyous.
Yeah, right now Inter Milan are a reality show, not a football club. And Fiorentina is in decent form. As much as I would like to see Inter win, because I can't have AC Milan going in third because of my health. I fear 3-1 Fiorentina win.
3-1 Fiorentina win.
3-1. My God, what's going on?
Okay. Barca.
So for me, my God, Inter Milan is very, very good. If you watch the Europa League game, they scored 4 goals against Rapid.
That's true.
Vienna. So they played really good in the previous match. I'm gonna go with a Inter 3-1. So yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Now, guys, this is it. This is actually, I forgot about this game. Chelsea City. We're just gonna mention this one for fun.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna keep my prediction till last, but I'll start off with Barca. Chelsea City. What are you expecting? This is the cup final, by the way. Cup final. It's do or die right now for Chelsea. So tell me, Barca, what are your thoughts? Chelsea City. Barca.
Yeah.
Okay. Joyous.
Chelsea have taken me places in my life I thought I'll never be. Guys, just saying, depression is real. It's no joke. I don't know. I'm going with 2-2 and we win on penalties.
Oh my gosh.
2-2 on penalties. Okay. I respect that. Alrighty. Hazem.
Yeah, I've been jumping between 2 scorelines this week. 12 and 13 0 to the Man City.
Oh my god. Oh my. The disrespect.
This is why I hate AC Milan.
all jokes
This
aside,
is-
all jokes aside, yeah, I'm going with 8-2 City.
Jesus.
No,
Whoa,
that's also a joke.
whoa,
No, I'm
whoa.
joking. No, all jokes aside,
Hazem, you will be booted from this hangout. Respect Chelsea.
3-1.
Respect them. Okay.
3-1 yeah, City.
Alrighty. Juvenile.
Sorry, Denzel, but there's no way in hell your team is winning on Sunday. Sorry.
No way in hell. Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
really needed to hear that.
Yeah, you needed to hear it, bro. I just wanted to make sure that you had a reality check. Didn't you guys lose 6-0 2
Bro,
weeks ago?
get on with the prediction.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think it's gonna be 3-0 to City. You
3-0
guys don't get a
City.
goal. Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, fine.
disrespect.
I'll be a bit generous. 3-1 with Higuain, my boy Higuain getting the goal.
Damn.
Okay. Muntaha.
Whoa. Like, sorry, Denzel, my boy. I'm really sorry for that, but I have to be speak truth, man. I think so. Like, City is going to win this game 3-1.
City 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay, Pablo.
Just for banter, 3-2 Chelsea.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Why do
Okay.
you have to say just for banter?
Okay.
Let's be realistic, Denzel. Your team is in the banter era right now.
It is. It kind of is, Denzel. I'm not gonna lie.
It's going into it.
Didn't you guys get handed a transfer ban today?
For
2
8
years.
Bro,
years.
this has nothing to do with the game.
That's a big L for me,
Okay,
bro.
Denzel, just one.
Red, close it off. Red, close it off.
Okay. So yeah, with that being said, I believe that Chelsea can pull it off. I feel like Hazard wants revenge. I feel like this team is not going to go down without a fight. They were great in the Europa League yesterday, so I feel like there is a chance for Chelsea. Of course, City are overwhelming favorites right now, and it's going to be very hard to stop them. But it's not impossible. Schalke showed that City can be beaten. So I think it's going to be a 3-1 Chelsea. And of course, we don't have enough time to speak about the El Clasico, so we will be reviewing the El Clasico next week. But with all that, thanks guys for tuning in. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. If you want to follow us or even join these hangouts, follow us on Twitter for any updates on our videos, or if you want to let us know on any team or match you want us to speak on, please follow us on Twitter at FootballixFC. With that being said, guys, thank you very much. Have a good one.
See you. Ciao.